from having a passion for the Juice Plus products, along with the business opportunity. If you don't have a passion for what you're doing, nothing's going to work. And I care about people, and I feel everyone needs to know about it. And whose life can I change, health-wise or financially as well? I use the 3-foot rule a lot, and I just strike up conversations with people. I like talking to people, I guess you can say. I comment on something they're wearing or buying, or just having a conversation in general. And anytime I'm in line with people, I start talking and asking, about them, where they're from or what do they do, and, this kind of thing. And when I heard the Omegas were coming out, I started going through my customer list, making a list of who I wanted to contact, and started sending out YouTube videos and text messages and just talking word of mouth. And I had just a lot of my customers that wanted it just immediately. And in November, I was at a function. I was standing in line, and I met a lady who was a nurse, and found out she was a gardener. And so I pulled out my phone and I showed her my pictures of my tower garden. And she just instantly says, "Oh my gosh, I want to show this to my husband. I want one." So I think in the spring she might get a tower garden, from me. Then when I go to my dental appointment every 6 months, my hygienist, I keep sharing Juice Plus with her and keep hoping that she, will want to do it. She keeps telling me she's going to do it and all this kind of stuff. And she's overweight. And so this time, my last checkup, I said, well, I'm going to be really brave. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say, "Jennifer, you've been taking care of me for years. It's my time to take care of you." And evidently, she must have been thinking about it over Christmas. And so she said, "Okay, I want to know all about it." I met with her, showed her the Shred 10 program. She's been doing it. And now in a little over 2 months, she's lost almost 20 pounds. And she's so excited. And she's been doing the Shred along with the Shred 10 on Facebook. And so she's just really excited about that. And this is another life that will be changed. In December, Wayne and I were shopping at a jewelry store. I had shared with an owner a few months back, and he was not in good health and had some knee complications. And I asked him if he used a fish oil, because I'd mentioned the other, and he didn't seem to be interested in that. So he told me that yes, he did do a fish oil. And so I shared with him about our Omegas and what the difference between a regular Omega was and our vegan one. He said, "Okay, sign me up." So he did it right there over the counter. I was in that jewelry store. And another instance was in the fall. I had the privilege of singing at a women's convention in Charlotte, and sat at a table with a lady that was from Alaska. And we just hit it off big time. She had retired and was looking forward to retirement, and she needed to lose weight. And so, and her husband was really, really needed to lose weight. So I shared the Shred 10 with her. And so I kept following up with her and following up and sending her information and that kind of thing. And finally, she signed up for the Trio and the Complete, and she's doing the Shred 10. And so I'm anxious to see how well that she's going to get along with that. And then we were out of town for a wedding not too long ago, and I was talking with a doctor and his wife who I had known for a long time. And I told him what I did and what I was passionate about. And he told me, he says, "I don't eat any vegetables." And I said, "Well," I said, you should really take a look at what Juice Plus is." And so he basically said, I think this would be good for me. And he gave me his credit card at a reception. I was shocked. And then recently I went to a restaurant, and our server was just really, had great personality. And, I just got to thinking, she was a young mommy. I found out she was a young mommy. And I just asked her as I was leaving, I said, "You gave me such great service." I said, "Are you looking for, another stream of income or something to help with your family?" And she says, "Absolutely. I really am looking for something." So I gave her my card. She gave me her name and cell phone number. And then I saw her again today. and gave her some samples because I actually had a kind of a dressy purse and they didn't fit in it. And so I gave her some samples today, and I'm going to follow up with her. And she said she's really anxious to talk with me. And then at Christmas time, I was shopping at Walgreens, and a very attractive young African-American lady waited on me. And got to talking to her and found out that she was, not only did she work there, but she was also a hairdresser. So I shared what I did, and I asked her if she could use another stream of income, and she said, oh, absolutely. So I'll be following up with her. She gave me her cell phone number. I think it's so important if you talk to someone to ask them if you can send them a video or friend them on Facebook or some kind of a way of communicating, because if you do not get their contact information, you are wasting your energy or wasting, whatever you are trying to, to share with people. So I'll have to keep you posted about that. But on Saturday, I was shopping at a nursery looking for a plant, and a young lady was checking me out. And while my plant was being potted, I got to talking to her and found out that she was a former massage therapist, hadn't been in the area that long, was also a juicer and very health conscious. So I told her, about what I did and how long I've been doing it, gave her my card. And since I was in a nursery, garden store, I shared the tower garden with her, and she thought that was the coolest thing that ever was. And so I also gave her some samples of chewables, because I always carry them with me unless I've got a little dressy purse or something. They don't fit. But anyway, I've sent her some information. I'm going to send her another video on the tower garden. And so I'll follow up and see what happens there. And then when the Shred 10 came out in January, I posted it on my Facebook page, and someone that I had known for a really long time reached out to me and wanted information about the Shred 10 program. So I sent her a YouTube video with Dr. Mitra Ray, gave her my website, and she asked me some questions back and forth, and we communicated, and she signed up for the trio and 2 orders of complete. And I saw her and her husband shopping just recently, and her husband was so funny. He said, I don't like you right now. And I said, well, why? He said, because I can't have my cocktail with my wife for 10. And I told him, I said, you can do anything for 10 days. So anyway, that was kind of cool. And they were in the grocery store buying really cool, some good food. And she was, doing thinking vegan. She was shopping for some black beans. And so anyway, it was funny to hear him say that. But this has been the best 3 months of my career. I mean, I've had some other really good months, but to have 41 customers in 3 months, I had 9 orders of complete, 15 omegas, 7 trios, 6 Juice Plus capsules, and 4 children's health studies. So I don't know. Sometimes they just come out of the woodwork, and I always get up or say every month, I don't know where they're coming from, but I just say a prayer that something good's going to happen every day. So anybody have any questions?
That's awesome. Hold on one second. Let me get back to the gallery view. And I know I can't be seen right now, and I somehow got hid. So
no, I can see you.
You guys can see me?
I can.
Where am I? I can't see my own self.
That's what happened to me a while ago.
Let me just see. Oh, I see.
Slide your pictures. You probably just aren't on the screen where you can see your picture.
No, I disappeared.
Go by the arrows.
Yeah.
There's the arrows in the middle of the screen on the left and the right.
No, I know. I'm doing that, but I'm nowhere on here.
Well, we promise we see you.
Okay, well, I won't worry about it then. Okay. Feel free to unmute if you want to ask Daphne a question.
Okay, I'll go. Daphne, that is one of the things that I have to get stronger in, is I have to make conversations. People are eager to take my card, but there's always that pregnant pause and uncomfortableness of getting their contact information.
Yeah, I've, knock on wood, I've had very few people that have not given me their information. And then what I say to them is, I'd love to send you a short video or send you some more information. I said, if you'll give me your cell phone number, I'll send it to you. And so they either write it on a piece of paper, or I pull out my little notebook that I carry with a pen, and that's how I get it. Just be brave. I mean, all they can do is say no. And and just, just try it. The more you do it, the easier it comes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think too, Daphne, that you're probably not hesitating. You can't hesitate. You just have to be excited, and they hear that. They feel the passion, and they see your passion, and they're excited, and then you don't hesitate. You just ask them, because otherwise you're just throwing Juice Plus out in the air. And that's
Absolutely.
really what you don't want to do.
Right. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Daphne? I'm going to make a couple comments about what she had to say, unless there's someone else that wants to either say something or ask a question.
I have a question for the panel. This is Janet. My husband Greg gets stuck a lot when he shares a lot, but it's often him to another female, and he feels very uncomfortable asking for another woman's phone number. And so I'm wondering, does anyone else have any suggestions or how that might be presented in such a way that's non-threatening? Because he's the talker and he's getting all the connections, but he won't ask for the number because it just feels too weird.
I'll answer that quickly because it's easy. I mean, really, he should just be saying, you know what, I'm going to have my wife, Janet, follow up with you. She's awesome at educating and helping and serving people on this topic. So I'd like to give her your phone number and have him get it. He's talking about his wife, and he's going to give the phone number to the wife. So I don't think he should have, if he's confident and just says it right like that, there should be no reason he can't pass numbers to you.
Or something I'll do sometimes too is if it seems a little awkward to get the phone number, I'll go for like the email address. Can I send you a video to your email, or can I friend you on Facebook? Because then they can always block you through email or Facebook if they think that you're somebody they don't want to talk to.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Mike. That's great.
Daphne, I don't think you could. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Daphne, are you able to tell me how you convert your customers then to team?
Well, that's my challenge. That's probably the hardest thing for me. When I first started, it seemed like they would want to join quicker, but it's right now, I guess when I started, I didn't know what I was doing. And so I guess I just, put it out there, but now I'm looking for quality people. And so I'm a little more selective, but I say to them, there is a business with this company. And I said, I've been with the company for a long time. And I shared, tell them a little bit about the company. And sometimes I'll say, you can get a few customers and be able to pay for your order. I don't know if that's something you'd like to do. And I just ask them. I don't get, everyone, but I get some occasionally.
Okay.
That is the challenge.
I mean, and I think what you said, you've been around long enough that, you're also just not throwing out there to anyone. You were actually looking for particular people with particular characteristics, and so
Right.
more selective, but you're also, I know anytime somebody's buying all the product, you're throwing the line in. You always invite too.
Right.
But one of the things that I'm hearing is, number one, talking to everyone. Why is anybody omitted here? It's everyone that you come in contact with deserves a chance to hear about Juice Plus. So I hear that Daphne talks to everyone, but she's also engaging in conversation first. She's not just talking about Juice Plus. She's engaging in conversation, obviously asking questions and listening. And then she gets her window of opportunity to turn around and share. So are you engaging in conversations where you start to ask everybody else about themselves? And I know that that's what it is. That Daphne just makes friends because she's friendly, and then makes friends through asking questions and then listening, and then the chance to share your story. So it's that consistency all the time. And then I also heard that you asked for the information, and Cindy, you're absolutely right. you are doing the biggest disservice in this business by not getting someone's contact information and following up after you've shared Juice Plus. It has to be part of what you do without even thinking about it.
I think too that the phone number is critical. I do think the phone number is absolutely critical. If you've got to try for the phone number. If you can't get it, you can't, but you have to go for the phone number, because I don't know if I've hardly ever had anybody that I can, because you got to follow up. But I want to say too with Daphne, if I can, that, if any of you have ever seen Daphne, she's just very beautiful, and she always wears pretty beautiful things, bright colors, always has her makeup and hair done. As Loretta said before, that those are big things. When you're out there, Daphne, you are living the mission, you're looking healthy, you're keeping yourself fit, and people are drawn. They want what you have because you look amazing. So I think that is a big part of it. You're very professional.
Well, thank you. That's a big compliment. I appreciate it.
And I amen that. Your appearance, folks, means a lot in terms of how you carry yourself, what you're wearing, how, and Daphne is sharp as a tack. And so people are, they're going to respect that. They're going to look at her and say, wow, yeah, she has something I want to learn about because of how she's, how she appears, for sure. Awesome. Anybody else want to make a comment before we adjourn onto the book? Daphne, we love you. You're always going to be part of this team. We're grateful to have you.
Well, it was an honor, and I appreciate it. And I hope